Okay, so psychiatric disorder. ADHD is characterized by hyperactivity, but it's not like 2-year-olds can't sit still hyperactivity. It's more at his age, it's more like hyperactivity here. His brain is always working on the next thing he can do. And usually it's the next thing he can do to get in trouble. But his intention is not to get in trouble, it's just to have fun or to see something or to learn something, or many different ways he can spin it. And sometimes he's, being deliberately terrible. And that's another thing as an ADHD parent. It's tough on you because you have to figure out where the line is between personality and disability. Sometimes the behaviors are because they just jackasses who came from you and that father, and they acting like y'all. So you got to be keen on who's who and what do they do. I know me, I know the father, I know my family, I know that family over there. Some of that stuff is just, don't be an asshole because you can't do it. And then I walk away. Or I say other harsh things that other parents would not approve of. I remember, hold on, let's put a pause right here. I remember when I was in custody court for my other son. Lord, I tell you. So I was accused of saying things that were demeaning to the child. Now, at the time, my son was playing football. He was a very good football player and a very intelligent guy. You know what I'm saying? Like the commentators who know the sport, who've played the sport, and who talk about the sport fluently. Like, you ever seen one of them games Tony Romo called? He got the science of that thing down, okay? He gonna tell you what the quarterback gonna do before the quarterback do it. My son has a scientific brain. So when he was out there missing blocks and tackles and running slow because he ain't care no more about catching the runner or this and that, I immediately knew, dude, you didn't come to play today. I got up way too early and came out here in this fall weather for this. We gonna play like we mean it or we ain't got to come. And he was acting whatever, doing his thing and, oh my God, and X, Y, and Z. And I was like, hold it. Don't come outside and play like a loser because you ain't no loser. We don't do that. And I don't know who heard me besides the father, but they was all mad because, you just don't say that to a child. You can damage their little psyche. I'm talking to me. I'm in there. I don't know what y'all do or how y'all do it, but mind your business. He know what I'm saying. You didn't come out here to be a loser. I did not say you are a loser and you ain't no good and you this, that, and the other. No. I said, don't come out here and be a loser. It's a choice. You can turn yours on whenever you feel like it. You don't have to be a loser. So whoever understand, do. Whoever don't. It's fine. It's over now anyway. But they brought that up in court because mothers just ain't supposed to do that. Well, this mother does. I know my kids. I know me. All the people in the world have their way of doing things. And most of them would never understand me or my kids. But I'm in there, so I know I'm talking to the part of me who completely understands that we don't lose. Especially not on purpose, by choice. We come outside, we give it everything, because winning is the name of the game. Ain't no participation trophies in here. We don't do that. We don't even want that. We ain't looking at that. It's going to fall on the floor and break and everything. He ain't going to care about that. Matter of fact, he played in some games where they gave them some participation trophies at the championship for making it to the championship. Man, that thing got broke immediately. He ain't care nothing about it. But if they had won, that trophy would have been high up on the shelf somewhere because that one he would appreciate. Please. This kid here, I know the parts of me that I'm talking to. So, like when he asked me if I was afraid to die, no. I'm not even going to go, oh my God, why would he ask me that? Oh my God, what is he thinking? No. Here's the deal. I got some stuff I need to take care of, and nobody understands you the way I do. So if I'm not here, what do you think is going to happen to you? I'm afraid of that. He completely understood. because we the same. In a lot of areas, we're the same. As a matter of fact, as he goes out of here every day to the savage middle school environment, I swear it's something about middle school kids to just, middle school kids are awful. They just like out here hormonal trying to find their way, and then it's like they've transitioned from the way where, you know, parents get to tell you everything and line everything up for you and do it just like that. And then you go to the part where you start making your own choices and you get a little, you know, hey, I'm making choices and I ain't listening to you. I ain't doing that. And that whole thing gets mixed up with the hormones. It's a lot like menopause. It's like, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. But some days I don't want to do that. I ain't doing that. Nope. And then you got all the emotional, hormonal, chemical changes going on to support that. You just crazy. Whoever don't understand, don't understand. I don't care. But I get it. We going through some of the same stuff. So I ain't gonna give him a real hard time about how he feels in middle school or how he responds to the teachers who got on his nerves or any of that. Because it's a lot out here trying to deal with these hormones. It's a lot out here trying to deal with yourself when you still learning about yourself. You got all kinds of freedoms, but you don't know about limitations yet. I have learned how to have limitations that are self-imposed because, you know, certain choices going to bring you a lot of pain or cost you a lot of money. He don't have that. Ain't nobody, you know, going to take nothing out of his pocket if he don't do certain things. He doesn't understand that part. But I digress. Yeah, I told y'all this wasn't going to be one of those brief ones where we just, you know, talk about a solution and, oh, here's a healthy tip, or here's a good tip for saving money. Speaking of money, hold on. Let's sidebar right fast. So the Zip Pay, the Quad Pay, the Affirm, and the, what's the other one? Afterpay and all those buy now, pay later services. I've been playing around with them. So, look, I don't buy stuff that I can't afford, first of all. I live simply. I do. I have what we need. I have a couple of things that I would really want, but it's always under the assumption that I got to pay for it because ain't nothing free. So I don't live like above my means. But like when I go shopping lately for things or for projects or whatever, I've been playing with those pay in full or pay. Affirm you can pay in 24, I think. It goes out longer, but they got interest on that. But anyway, you go buy something in certain places, and most stores are affiliated with one or the other now. So, like, if you go to Home Depot and make a purchase, you can use Affirm online. If you go to Old Navy or somewhere, you can probably use Afterpay. But different places use different ones. But you can break down your payments, and it's almost like having credit. But I like those because one day, now, mind you, speaking of that whole living within my means thing, I buy stuff that I was going to pay for anyway. Like when you use your credit cards, buy stuff you were going to pay for anyway, and then pay it off on the credit card, and you building up your credit and your credit history, and they're going to, you know, stretch your limit, and different other things happen for you when you use your credit, especially if you got a card with some points on it. Use that card, get the points. Why not? Why would you just use your debit card and not get a point? I don't care if it's 1%. Get all your 1% and put them together. Get your 5% too. It ain't got to be a big 20-25% thing for you to care. All the coins count. Keep all of them. Count the pennies. A man, very important man in my life told me once, count the pennies. One day it will rain. Save for that rainy day. Count all your pennies. Keep your 1%. Any card, any service that's going to give you a discount and a kickback at the same time, use that instead of your debit card. Because all you're doing is spending your money with your debit card and you ain't got nothing else to show for it. But anyway, the whole point of that was, when you use the service, even though you have the money sitting in your account, just let them take it out into 4 payments or whatever. If it's interest on it, I would keep it to a few payments or just pay it off before it's all the way, you know, finished with the payment plan. But pay it back right then on that service, and then they'll let you borrow more and more each time. So just build that up, because one day you're going to need it for something important that you just can't buy today. But that's next month's problems, because use a card that you already saw report on your credit report this month. Like, you know, certain cards have different statement dates and whatever. You know, if the statement date is passed and they already reported on your credit, you could use all that money again and then pay for it next month. Don't go crazy. Well, it's lifestyle and it's part of the conversation. So we might be able to have a conversation about that whole credit thing if you need to. But I'm telling you, just use some strategy to get some more things, because in this life, you have to make all the things happen. Ain't nobody giving you nothing. That's a whole Single Mama Saga conversation. Ain't nobody giving you nothing. So, whatever way you can get a little bit of extra in your house, get it. But yeah, I bought some of the things for the baby's room. I keep calling him the baby. They keep saying he ain't no baby. He almost 4. Whatever. I bought some things for the baby's room on Affirm and Afterpay or whatever, and they just take it out of my account. And it just, one day I'm gonna have a big old chunk of Afterpay and Affirm money to borrow from when I'm working on a project and the client's next deposit ain't come yet. So, or I gotta wait for that check to clear. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna buy all the things I need to buy on those, and then when the client's check is clear, I'm paid off. So, y'all thought I was tripping. No, it's a business decision. But yeah, get all that. Use all that. Even if you ain't got no business. And get your points. But back to these kids. Middle schoolers are awful. I don't envy my son having to go out here with all his things in middle school. Middle school hard on regular kids who don't have no struggles. But for the boy with the disability, the compound disability, who does not fully understand the disability, Jesus. You got to pray for that boy all day, every day. And then I got to pray for me, because when they stress him out, he stress me out. And when they don't understand, it stresses me out. And when I got to explain again and again and again, it stresses me out. That whole time they were in virtual learning, I was home. But I wasn't getting no rest, because I had to listen. And then I had to go tell people off when I heard them not doing what they were supposed to be doing. And then I had to keep asking, well, did you see so-and-so? Did you talk to this person? And did you get this? And did you get that? And no. I'm in this by myself. But I'm not. It feel like it some days. I'm not. I pray very frequently. And God has, let me tell you, more than proven that he is real in my life, okay? More than proven. I am a firm believer. He got my back. He the only one that's fully got my back. He the only one who can fully have my back. I ain't got no doubts about that. It just get tough some days. He know. So he sent me a little help. Today it's coming in the form of a therapy session with you. I'm looking for this email though. While I'm in here, I opened mail so I could see how to go on TikTok and sync up my Square store with TikTok. So just in case somebody somewhere want to order something from my marketplace, they can. I would like to have the option. I mean, why not? I saw the email today, but I couldn't do it on my phone because the phone ain't big enough. You get to some parts of the entry, you can't click on it and see it and type and hit continue at the bottom. It's just, but I ain't got no problems now on this computer because some people made me feel bad. Hold up. And they made me get this. You can't even fit it in the, hold on, hit this. It's only a 32-inch curved gaming screen. I don't game nothing, but it was so nice I couldn't leave it there. Look, mail ain't opening, the internet just do what it want to do. Everything just some days just got, never mind, I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, the things that you can get. Now that one I used my Dell account. I didn't do Afterpay or one of those things. Come on, be still. Hold. Let me get this right. Okay, everything just went haywire for a second and my mail's still not open. But anyway, yeah, middle school. I hate all the middle school kids. Sorry. I don't like their attitudes. I don't like how they talk. And when I'm waiting to pick up my son, I don't like how they walk down the street and cuss and act like fools. Like nobody ever taught them anything just because they got a little bit of freedom. I don't like how they treat each other. All my kids have agreed, and I agree. that middle school was the worst time in our lives. Yeah. Kids are so awful. And then you got to think about where the kids are from. See, here I go with the background. Where the kids are from and how they were raised and who's raising them and who's absent. And that whole thing. It's too much. I get me a headache just thinking about middle school kids. But, but yeah, my son, one of them nut jobs in middle school. Excuse me. Okay, so the dog lunched out for a second, but I think we back. Anyway, we're gonna stop talking about middle schoolers because they have things going on that we do not fully understand, even though I think I do. My son has a few other things going on that I think I fully understand, like God, dog it, dog. Like anyway, the ADHD will make him feel like sometimes if I tell him to go do something, like I can't say go clean your room. I have, and I pretty much frequently do, even though I know that's not how that works. So if I say go clean your room, he's gonna go eventually clean the room, but it's gonna look the same when I go see it. Because in his mind, in the ADHD mind, he went downstairs, he picked something up, he moved it. He probably moved it from the floor to the bed or to the dresser, and then he went and did something else, and he probably took some laundry to the laundry room and put it in the machine, and he came back. And then he sat down, and he forgot, and he turned on some music, and he started doing something else, shooting a basketball or whatever. And I go, Kyle, you clean room? And he goes, I'm working on it right now. Fully believing he's working on it right now, I'm sure. But then I go, what about this, and this? Flag, Floyd, you can't do that. You cannot do it like that. You have to say, I'm going to sit right here or stand right here, and I'm going to make this boy clean his room. And you have to stand there or sit there and go, pick these things up off the floor. Put them in the basket. And you have to wait while he does it. Then you say, take this and put it X, Y, and Z place. And you wait for him to do it. You have to have the structure because ADHD is a dysfunction in executive function. So it's a problem with the executive function, which means they can't really control how to do order and structure and logical progressions and things like that. They don't do well with the whole keeping things in order. So you have to be that for them, or you have to keep working that thing out and supervising the activity so they can strengthen it. I don't know fully what he's gonna, be able to do or what he's gonna be able to adjust in his lifetime with this thing. See, that's why I say I don't really understand all of it myself, and I know he doesn't. But there are things you can do to help offset what's going on there. You know what I'm saying? So if you want the room clean, you can't just send them. You got to go with them, and you got to say, do this, do that. But you have to one at a time. You can't just give the blanket. Or you put everything on the paper and keep the structure of it like a schedule. You have to schedule it. Like if you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, do this on Monday at this time and do this and that. They might be able to keep that. Maybe. Practice though. Don't get mad. You got to calm down. You got to take care of yourself because you got to make sure you're calm enough and stress-free enough. And that's what my room looked like. I started this whole video off with a whole mess going on. That's not who I am. That's not how I like things at all. I can't even function and stuff like that. It just messes me all the way up. But I don't have time to go do that when I'm trying to do this. You got to prioritize. And sometimes things you care about will take a back seat. But it is what it is. You get what you get. You got to find a way to navigate through that thing so you don't just lose everything in the process of trying to navigate it. And I swear, I pray for you people who have ADHD yourselves and trying to work with these kids, because I can't even imagine. I don't know what's going on there. I'm glad it ain't me. I'm sorry. At the same time, I just feel like, I don't know what to do with this, except pace myself, take care of myself, put things on the back burner when they're not working out, and just come back to it. Don't! Let the people deliver the package. See, ain't nobody got time for this either.